Hello all, this is Beck. Today we'll talk about collocations. Specifically, I would like to introduce you to a Macmillan Collocation Dictionary. It's a book dictionary and it looks like this. As you can see, the official name is Macmillan Collocation Dictionary and it's for learners of English. If you want to improve your collocations when you write, this is your dictionary. It's a helpful dictionary for second language writers. You might be wondering, why is the Macmillan Collocation Dictionary so helpful? Well, these are my reasons. First, it shows lots of collocation types. Verb plus noun collocations, adjective plus noun, and other types of collocations. As you know, for us it's very important to learn verb plus noun and adjective plus noun collocations. It also shows us meaning differences. Collocations that carry positive or negative connotations, or maybe general meanings. I'll explain this feature to you later. In addition, there are lots of example sentences. As you might already know, we can learn a lot of things about collocations by reading example sentences. So, these are my reasons why the Macmillan Collocation Dictionary is useful and helpful for you. Now, let me justify my reasons with examples. Let's choose an entry for the word impression. This word means an opinion or feeling about something or someone. Collocations for the word impression is provided on page 387 in the dictionary. This word is noun. You can find its part of speech right next to the word impression. You can also read the meaning. It has information about adjective plus noun collocations. In addition, it has verb plus noun collocations. We'll look all the elements this dictionary offers. So let's start our investigation. You can see from the entry that it includes adjective plus noun collocations for the word impression. Let's look at the adjective plus noun collocations for impression. As you can see, there are several adjectives that can be used with impression. All the adjectives are bolded. Let's look at the adjective collocations that mean good impression. Let's read some of the collocations that mean good impression. So, favorable, good, positive, the right. Also pay attention to the example sentence. The food and service are all made favorable impressions. Now, let's read collocations that mean something like a bad impression. Bad, negative, poor, unfavorable. Also, pay attention to the example sentence under the collocations. It's regrettable that a negative impression has been created. You can also read some other types. For example, let's read adjectives that mean accurate impression. So accurate, the right. Let's also read an example sentence. Your CV should convey an accurate impression of what you have achieved. Let's now look at the verb plus noun collocations for the word impression. You can see from the entry sign that it includes verb plus noun collocations. This section or entry will teach you what verbs you can use with the word impression. If you want to mean something like create an impression, you can choose one of these verbs: convey, create, give, live, make, produce. Let's also read one example sentence. His account is incomplete and gives the wrong impression. If you want to mean something like confirm an impression, then you can use the following verbs: confirm, reinforce. Let's also read the example sentence. Evidence confirms our earlier impression that the effect is small. When you want to make use of this collocation dictionary effectively and efficiently, you need to pay attention to a couple of things. First, you need to read the meaning of the word. Find its part of speech, adjective plus noun collocations or verb plus noun collocations. Their meaning. These meanings are always introduced before the collocations are introduced. And example sentences. If you want to take an advantage of this dictionary, please pay attention to these elements. We have learned some of the important elements of this dictionary. Now, let's use this dictionary in real practice. I'll show you two sentences. Both of these sentences have collocation problems. We need to fix these problems. Are you ready? Here's the first sentence. It was their first meeting and Richard was determined to do an impression. In this sentence we have a collocation problem. Did you find it? It has something to do with the verb. doing impression sounds awkward in English. In order to address this collocation problem, we'll find the word impression in the Macmillan Collocation Dictionary. Why? Because we need to find the correct verb for the word impression. So here we are. We find the word impression in the Collocation Dictionary. Let's look at the verb plus noun section of the word impression because we need a verb for the noun impression. We have several verb choices. Let's look at our sentence. It was their first meeting and Richard was determined to blank an impression. Based on the sentence and the meaning, we need to put a verb that will give the meaning of creating impression. We have in fact several choices: convey, create, give, leave, make, produce. Now let's think. Based on your knowledge, which one of these verbs would be a good verb to complete the sentence? Probably make, right? Create also works. So we have several verb choices for the word impression, but two of them sound good in this sentence. First, make an impression. Second, create an impression. Now, let's look at another sentence. When it comes to job interviews, opening impressions are important. Did you notice that this sentence has an adjective plus noun problem? Opening impressions sound awkward in English. So let's find an appropriate adjective plus noun collocation or collocations for the word impression. To do so, we have to find a page for the word impression. Here it is. We have the list of adjective plus noun collocations for the word impression. Now, let's look at the meanings of these adjective collocations. Good, bad, incorrect, that deceives someone, accurate, general, strong to mean strong impressions, right? Lasting a long time, vague or brief, and immediate. Collocations for the immediate impression are as follow. First, immediate, initial, instant. Now, let's get back to the sentence that has a collocation problem. So we have the adjective plus noun collocations from the Macmillan Collocation Dictionary on the left, and on the right we have the sentence that has the collocation problem. Instead of opening, we should use some other adjective collocations for the word impression. Based on the sentence, it can be inferred that the student wanted to write that the first impressions are important in job interviews. So based on the meaning, I think we know the right collocations for the sentence. So we can say first impressions, or we can say initial impressions. As you can see, we have a number of adjective collocation choices for this word, but first and initial probably sound best for this particular sentence. Just a reminder, when you use the Macmillan Collocation Dictionary, do not forget to pay attention to the following sections: meaning of the word, collocation types, so is it an adjective plus noun collocation or verb plus noun collocation. In addition, pay attention to the example sentences. Example sentences will teach you how to use a collocation in a sentence. This is important, right? I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to let me know. I'd be happy to help you. Thank you for your time and attention.